Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome back to my Python learning journey. And today we are going to learn about file handling. And today we are going to just do a project which is called an expense tracker app. So this is a project that it will help us to add a new expense. So we'll be able to add a new expense. We'll be able to view all the expenses, and we'll also be able to view all the total amount spent, and also we'll be able to exit the app. So welcome, let's start doing some amazing work here. So the first thing here, I'm gonna tell my computer I'm going to create so we are going to tell our app to add new expenses. We will be able to view all the expenses and also exit the app. And remember here, what we are going to do, we are going to use file handling. So that's what you're going to use today. And as we do, let's use the while loop, which is a control flow. It will help our app to continue running. So we say while true. So let's tell the user what to do. So the first thing that they should be able to do is to add a new expense. So that's the first thing that the user should do. The second thing, they should be able, let's print so they should be able to view all the expenses. They should be able to view and finally they should be able to exit. We should allow them to exit the app. So those are the 4 things that we want our user to do. So the first thing that we will do, we've created a loop here which will be able to repeat this menu here. So from there, let's ask the user to choose whatever they want to do. So let's use something. Let's create a variable. a variable by the name choice, and then we say, so remember we said an input is a function, is a function in Python, is an input function, inbuilt function that you use to tell the user to add something, or maybe to tell the computer something. So let's say, let's ask the user to enter your choice. So enter your choice between 1 and 4. So from there, let's say the user chooses 1. So here we introduce another conditional statement. So if the user, or if choice, if the user decides to choose 1, what should they do? They should get the message, guess, yeah, add a new expense. So let's tell them, add your add your today's expense. And then from there, so now let's allow the user to add this expense. So remember here what we are going to do, we are going to deal with date. They will be able to add the date of the expense. They should be able to add the description, what are they adding, what did they spend on, and also the amount of money, or the amount that they spent on that same thing. So let's create a variable by the name date, and then we equate it to, let's say, so this one here, the slash and n, it helps the user to, I mean, it helps the user to be able to go to the next page. Yeah. So from there, let's create another variable by the name description. Actually, instead of description, let's call it category. Yeah, that sounds better. Okay, from there, let's also create another variable by the name amount. Let's say enter the amount, you spent. Okay, now from there we've given our user the choice. If they have chosen 1, they'll add their date, the date they spend that money or whatever they spend, the category, what did they spend on, and the amount the amount of money they did spend. Okay, so from there we need to print this. We need to tell them what they actually spent. So let's say if they choose one and they have added all this, let's print. So now the user will be able to see that. So this is actually an F string, is a way of formatting strings. So when you want to combine the amount, which is maybe string or maybe integer, and also when you want to a good way of formatting, you use F string instead of concatenation. So here we can say we can also print a word like, you can tell them or let's not tell them that. So we've already dealt with the first option or the first choice. So let's go to the next one. Remember, we are dealing with file handling. So what we are doing here, we want to be able to read the file, meaning whatever we stored. We will be able also to write, to add, to add in our expenses file. We'll be able also to do what, to close it. Okay, so let's go to the next thing, which is let's try to add. So in file handling, when you want to add or when you want to write, um, you want to add something on your file, you use the append model. Let me show you. So you say with open, so let's say it's expense. So in this case, this is what I mean. In this case, we want to add in this our file, we also want to add maybe another expense. So we use append. It's called append, but use a small or lowercase a. So we say as file. Amazing. Now in this case, we've used with open. So here you're trying to open your file, your previous file, and then a or a, lowercase a, means you want to add something. So, and also when you use with open, it means you don't need to add file closed down here, because if we could have only used open, it means here we need to close our file. So I mean, let's try to see if we've done something amazing. So let's try to see the output that it gives us. So let's try to save it, Control S, and let's open it, Control R. So you see here it's telling me enter your choice between 1 and 4. Let me say I want to choose 1. So enter the date. Today is date 24th. Enter your category. Let me say I want to buy groceries. Enter the amount you spent. Let me say I spent 400 Kenya shillings. You see, amazing. It has told me it is the date is 24th and groceries, and I spent how much? 400 Kenya shillings. Let me try to make it a bit nicer. So in this case, instead of writing here, so let's add something here to make it a bit. Yeah, so this one here, it will help us to format our date and category and amount in a good way. So let's see. Let's open it. So let's choose 1. Let's enter the date. Let's enter our and let's enter the amount we spent. Amazing. So you can see here, you see the format is so good. You can be able to tell this is the date, this is the category, and this is the amount. So guys, this is what I've done. So this is called file handling, where you can be able to add or append. You can be able to write into a file. You can be able even to write when we go down here. We can be able to read. We can be able to read our file, and even you can be able to delete our file. But that's all for today. Yeah, follow for more. Please subscribe to my channel to follow my journey. In my 6-month journey of learning Python and AI automation. So please like the video and also comment what you're learning. Let's continue learning together. See you on the next one. Cheers.